Hello, my name's Aidy James Stevens. Welcome to my first instalment of my guitar gear related blog, The Six Strings That Drew Blood. You might know me from my work with Chasing Malfina, The Murder Act, and various session bits with bands like Maleficent and Dirty Little Rebel. So what this video is about is my setup, because I get a lot of questions about my shit basically. So start off with this thing. It's my 72 custom Telecaster reissue. It's entirely stock at the moment, although Mark Elmore at CMT Pickups at Crash Factory in Nottingham has made me a tele-sized P90 that'll be going in there fairly soonish. But I've wanted this guitar since I started playing. Finally got it 2 years ago, and it's served me well since. Apart from that, I tend to go for stuff with P90, so soon I'll have an Eastwood Stormburst to show off to you. So there'll be a bit of an in-depth analysis of that coming soon. But anyway, moving swiftly on. The thing I get asked most questions about is my Fender Bassman 70 amplifier. I believe it was built in 1974. It's part of the Silverface series, which were, what came out after Fender were taken over by CBS, and they're a bit weird. So it's got the usual Bassman valve complement in the back, but it's got an ultralinear transformer, so it's going to sound pretty much the same at any volume, which a lot of people aren't a huge fan of, but for me it's perfect, because as far as I'm concerned, my amp is my canvas, my guitar is my paintbrush, but my pedals are the paint. So moving on to those, at the moment I've got my TC Electronic Mojo handling the dirt. It's fantastic, it's really amp-like, and I love it to bits. I've got my new toy here, which is the Moa Anna Echo, which is pretty much a clone of the Boss TM2, and it's absolutely amazing. I'll do a demo video of that fairly soon. But apart from that, TC Electronic were absolutely lovely to me and have given me all the initial run of the tone print pedals. So at the moment using the Hall of Fame, the Flashback for my kind of long delay and the reverb, the Corona for the chorus, and obviously the Polytune to make sure everything doesn't sound absolutely terrible. But I've substituted the Vortex for an Arian stereo flanger that I bagged at a second-hand shop for 15 quid. It sounds absolutely batshit mental. I run that before dirt, so it goes all gnarly and nasty, because that's what we love. Speaking of which, the lovely Debbie Ever, the undisputed Queen of Fuzz, has given me a Hyperion 2, which has been my main dirt since the Murder Act. Something like that. Got that horrible snarl to it that I love to bits, and it sounds great on any pickup, because usually with every other fuzz that I've used, it sounds completely identical no matter what pickup I'm using, but this one really lets the sound of the guitar through. It's really transparent. I know it sounds ridiculous, and you get a lot of people on message boards saying it in jest, oh, what's the most transparent fuzz? Well, the Hyperion 2 does come pretty close. Oh, it does that too. I'm a massive fan of anything that self-oscillates, so I've got this thing too. So yeah, that's another question that a lot of people are asking at the moment. Does the Anna Echo self-oscillate? Well, yeah, it does. So, that's my pedalboard for the most part. Apart from the pitch shifters. And the wah. There you have it. That's my setup. It's probably going to change next week, so keep an eye on my blog.